Columbus River Dragons took care of business in Game 1 at home on Wednesday night and come into this Friday night clash with the Carolina Thunderbirds with a chance to advance to the Commissioner's Cup final. Can they get it done here on the weekend? They need to win one of the next two, but they've got to do it on the road. River Dragons, Thunderbirds coming up next. Try that again. Hello, everyone, and welcome into Columbus River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with you as we're getting ready to go for tonight's Game 2 of the Continental Division Final Series. All right, so the stage is set for what could be a Columbus return to the Commissioner's Cup Final for the first time in 3 years. The River Dragons have gone head-to-head with the Carolina Thunderbirds the last 2 years and been knocked out in this very round both of those years. This year, Columbus has won Game 1 at home, took care of business on Wednesday night. 4-1 was the final, and now the River Dragons on the doorstep once again of returning to the Commissioner's Cup Final. Now, they have tonight and tomorrow, if necessary, to extract that one more win over the Carolina Thunderbirds. And, of course, the other series just getting underway tonight between Binghamton and Port Huron. But for the River Dragons coming in here this evening, they have a lot to look forward to, but a lot to contemplate as far as how they're going to win this game, what are the keys to victory, how can they beat Carolina on their home ice. I think some of the keys lie in the last meeting of the regular season between these two teams. Columbus actually looked very good against the Thunderbirds at home, and I think really started to understand what Coach Bechard has been telling them a lot during the season about how to deploy defensively, ways to keep the other team from really having those high percentage scoring chances. And the River Dragons, I think, have begun to put that into work in the playoffs here. We saw it in the series against Athens with the victory over the Rock Lobsters. Now they find themselves one win away from taking out the Carolina Thunderbirds. But Carolina's not going to go quietly, that's for sure. So we're going to take a look inside the numbers here for this matchup. And, of course, we will hear from River Dragons head coach Jerome Bechard here in our pregame show. We're dropping the puck just a little past the bottom of the hour here. 7:35 is slated from the Annex in Winston-Salem, where the Thunderbirds hosting your Columbus River Dragons. This is Game 2 of the Continental Division Final, and this is River Dragons hockey.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
All right, back here on River Dragons Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you being here as we get forward towards tonight's Game 2, dropping the puck in just a little bit. Want to talk about a couple of the things that we were discussing in the pregame show in the last segment about what the River Dragons have kind of found us some answers here along the way. And they've had some pretty good work out of depth scoring here. And I think that's been one of the keys for the River Dragons. Honestly, the Ryan Hunter, along with Moore and McDonald line, has been a little quieter, perhaps, than you might think. But let's face it, in the playoffs, the other team is going to focus on shutting down your top offensive line. So what happens is other players need to step up and fill the void. We know that Alex Storjahan has done that. He is leading this team in scoring here in the playoffs, but another guy who's done a great job of that is Cody Wickline. And when you look at Cody Wickline, 4 goals and picked up the game winner the other night. A tremendous finish for the Columbus River Dragons. And you know what, Wickline, as part of that line, has been absolutely fantastic and has done a great job for the River Dragons in helping them to fill in the scoring. And that has been a big key for Columbus, spreading out that scoring, having more dangerous chances, and the power play is clicking because of it. Not only is the first power play unit dangerous, but now the second power play unit is also starting to convert as well. And the River Dragons have just had an amazing postseason on the power play. We're going to talk more about that a little bit later on. But one of the other keys is on the other side of the puck. Defensively, I talked about the River Dragons trying to shut down the other team's big-time scorers. And in fact, we saw in Game 1, really there wasn't much of a peep onto the forward line. And that was really one of the interesting things for me, is that when you look at Carolina's scoring here in this postseason, it has been very spread around. No one has more than 4 points, and that's Panachik and Roman Kramer. Now, Kramer is on that line along with Ford, and of course, as they refer to them, the Czech line, also a big line for this team, along with its Panachik, Salak, and Pastuka. So those are really the top 2 scoring lines, but you see Alexander Jemaev's line has been paired against the top line quite a bit. They've started quite a few games for the River Dragons, and Jemaev unto himself. I know that he's put up some scoring numbers in recent years, but a conversation I had with Coach Bechard this morning, we talked about Jemaev and how he just really wants him and his line to focus on shutting down opposing teams, make life miserable for them, be physical, get to pucks, deny scoring chances, and if they're able to do that, that's doing the job that Coach Bechard wants them to do. He just wants them to be able to take away those opportunities. And so for the River Dragons, that's exactly what they need to continue to do here. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to hear from River Dragons head coach Jerome Bechard. And then on the other side of that, we're going to drop the puck and get this Game 2 underway. If the River Dragons win, the series is over. If they lose, well, Game 3 will decide things tomorrow night. But let's get to that if we have to. In the meantime, we'll be right back with more. This is River Dragons Playoff Hockey.
Can we park in the back?
We help people sneak Pepsi into places that don't serve it.
What if they catch us?
We have a sports car. Hey man, this doesn't make burger taste better.
Yo, what the
I thought Wendy was a ginger.
To enhance the flavor.
Where is everybody?
Sunday.
Do not make eye contact.
Nobody here wants your Pepsi.
It's really good.
Oh, that is good.
Say into the napkin dispenser.
Here's some Pepsi for some extra flavor. So get the f*** out. Come on.
Welcome back. Before tonight's Game 2 of the Continental Division Final Series against Carolina Thunderbirds, we're joined by River Dragons head coach Jerome Bechard. And as always, this interview is brought to you by F&M Cigars. So boom, big Game 1 win at home, mission accomplished there. When you look back at the 60 minutes, what did you like?
You know what, I mean, well, we came out flat in the first period for whatever reason. And as flat as we were, I thought we kind of had puck possession. Didn't do a whole lot with it, but I think in the second period we came back and played the game that we kind of needed to. Maybe halfway through the second, I'd like to think, started getting some better dumps and a little bit more physicality, and you know, we need to do something to create emotion. I thought we were playing a men's league game for the first period type thing. So after that, I thought we started connecting a little bit and made a few plays and all that stuff. So
I know it's not the scenario you want, but the last 2 games you have come from behind to earn some big-time victories. I mean, that at least, you know, the resilience is there, it looks like.
Yeah, you know what, I mean, this team all year long, it's never been our effort. I mean, well, I'll take that back. There's a few games where we just had nothing for whatever reason. So, but you know what, the guys can put the puck in the net, and you know what, it's not always how many and what you're doing. It's the timing of it, and you know, first series and again the other night, you know, timing of goals were huge, and you know, get us going at the right times, and you know, then I think once we get rolling, I think we smell a little blood, and we keep continuing to go. So
the other thing you and I talked about before Game 1 was timely scoring from the power play, and you get it again.
Yeah, you know what? Again, our specialty teams. You know, I think we talked about it before the playoffs. I'd like to see what our numbers were coming down the stretch. The last month and a half, 2 months, I think our penalty kill was way better than the league average per se. And then you know, same thing on our power play. I think they started connecting and you know, producing type things. So, and you know what, it comes down to, again, we need shots. You know, I think they figured out what they need to do. Now it's just the part. It's more execution than anything, and you know, you got to give these guys credit. They do have a good penalty kill. They block shots and they clog lanes, and you know, we gotta again move the puck quick, and not so much. It's like whenever our power play gets stagnant, it's more we move it and we skate and we're lethargic with it, and we keep moving, and then we rotate down and we move it lethargically. I think, you know, the key to it is quick puck movement and sharp and quick movements, as opposed to rolling and trying to look for that perfect play. And you know what, power play in the playoffs usually isn't a perfect play. It's usually a quick shot from somewhere and everyone scrambles, and you know, they react to a rebound, and all of a sudden they're out of position, and then we win that foot race and take it to the net type thing. So anyways, so yeah, the power play's been kind of, I wouldn't say spot on, but spot on at the right times.
This team the last couple of years has had trouble finishing off Carolina. What is different about this year's team?
You know what, I'd be lying to say if that's not in everyone's mind, mine included. But, you know, it's just a matter of sticking with the program and not pushing too hard, just staying with what works. And, you know, difference between flat and disconnected is the energy's not there and we're not feeling it. If the energy's there, now they have to kick in with what we're trying to accomplish and execute. And I mean, I'd like to think when everything kicks in and we're executing, I mean, we're moving forward all the time, and we're not as selective as our shots with our shots. And we're not looking for that pretty play all the time. We're just playing, and I think that's the biggest thing.
All right, well, that's a great lead-in for keys to the game.
You know what, the hostile environment, you know, on the road, first 10 minutes, we got to get the puck in deep. We got to eliminate the turnovers that are self-inflicted, and that's execution. So get the puck in deep, turnovers. We got to win foot races, and I think if we're able to control the blue lines on the offensive side, no turnovers on the defensive side, making sure that the puck gets out when we're 5 feet away from it, that gives us a good chance.
All right, boom. Best of luck tonight. Thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, back with the drop of the puck. Game 2 coming your way. This is River Dragons Playoff Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We know exactly where our product is coming from. We make it in store.
What makes Brewster's ice cream the best is the fresh ingredients.
Making fresh makes me happy. It's fresh made every day at the store.
I wanted to be the person making the product because that's the important part.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
Allow us the opportunity to safely support and enjoy this team and organization. The Carolina Thunderbirds, thank you all for your service.
Back here on River Dragons Hockey, just about to get our national anthem in here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. We'll have that here right now, as a matter of fact, and then we're going to get to the drop of the puck.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were
anthem in the books before tonight's game 2. If you're just joining us, River Dragons win and advance to the Commissioner's Cup final. If Carolina wins, it will be game 3 here tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. So Columbus would like to wrap it up and take care of business tonight. And the River Dragons in their teal uniforms here on the road. Thunderbirds in the black jerseys at home. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders. And for the River Dragons, as it has been all postseason long, it's Trevor Babin. He's got a 3-1 record with a .909 save percentage, 3.02 goals against average. Now, you might have thought after losing game 1 on Wednesday, the Thunderbirds would turn to Boris Babic. They are not. They are coming right back with Mario Cavalieri. He's 1-1 now in this postseason with a .939 save percentage and a 2.03 goals against average. Talking about it a little bit, the explanation kind of coming from the Carolina side that essentially, hey, if Mario's their number 1, they expect Cavalieri to win a game that a number 1 goaltender should win. And that is tonight's game 2 here at home. And so the puck drop, we're underway. And indeed it is the Jamaev line starting out there. Bersani, and drawing back into the lineup, it's Nash Hatcher. Justin Somro is out tonight. Connor Lind also out after sustaining an upper body injury in game 1. He will not dress here tonight. And so it's Hugh Anderson who draws in defensively. Columbus trying to move that puck around as the Thunderbirds do open it up with certainly a more physical approach than we saw in game 1. And again, game 1, it just took everybody a while to really start getting things going physically. And as I referred to it then, I'll mention it again now, it really felt like a 47-minute feeling out process until Cody Wickline scored about 6.5 minutes into the third to break a 1-1 tie. Slahetka back after it, trying to move it free, and he punches it around to the far side. Here's Justin McDonald. The end of the skates of Kyle Moore. Moore moving it ahead, chips on to Ryan Hunter. Moore following it up from the wing, a shot off the outside of the net. Played back up by Whalen. Plouffe pinching, puck kept in down low. Hunter's pass was blocked. Nice job by Whalen to cover that pass out to center. Slahetka on it. He'll fire it right back in. On the right side, Whalen again with it, bothered by McDonald. And now it's coughed up. Moore looking in front. Cavalieri the save of the right pad. Rebound. Ford will just sweep that one out. Anderson onto the left side. He's paired with Brody Thornton in Connor Lind's normal spot, so no real disruption to the other D pair. Here's Thornton all the way down low, leaving it on the left side for Cody Wickline. Talked about Wickline in the pregame show, second on the team in goals in this postseason. And it scoots past him at the blue line, pushed back in offside. Schnapp with a pass that went well behind him. Panachik left side trying to feed it in front. It's deflected away. Doe tying his man up, Stordahan away, and here's Wickline. Now 3-on-2 if they hurry. Wickline moving in, back for Doe. A shot, save, Cavalieri with a left pad. Wickline was in front but was tied up. Left point, a shot coming in, that's deflected away. Stordahan hustling back to make sure this is not an odd man, and he blocks that pass through the middle. Could have been 3-on-3. Also, it looks like Pastuca is not on this line with Panachik and Salak. Instead, it is Schnapp starting in his place on the wing here, as Doe tips it out to center. So maybe a little bit of lineup tweaking for the Carolina Thunderbirds as that one's tossed in on Cavalieri. Back to the play in the defensive zone for Carolina. Boy, I'll tell you what, Wickline was alone in front again. Had he not had his stick tied up, that could have got dangerous. But the River Dragons, again, a nice job as they just get the puck on net. They force Cavalieri to make a save, and it was a big rebound up the slot, but defensively, Cavalieri got the help he needed. Here comes Butita, the captain at center, lost it. Plouffe sweeping it back the other way and pushed up the left wing side, goes into the Columbus end of things here, slowed down by Babin behind the net. Butita blocks a pass, and now it'll come down to Kyle Moore, who has plenty of fans here in attendance. It's interesting, Kyle Moore, his whole family is about 3 miles away from here. And now we get offside whistled down. Or do they call that an icing? Let's see, where are they going to put this face-off? Oh, it is all the way back down. They did call that an icing. Thought perhaps they got to center there, but did not. So it'll be McDonald out there with Moore, and Storjahan's caught out on this change here. Face-off is one back to the point, controlled by the Thunderbirds. They'll throw it around the rim. Plouffe stretching for it. He gets to it. Goes back up the left side. Storjahan lifting a wedge out to center. Whalen turning to chase it. McDonald heads off as Moore stays up on the forecheck. Columbus trying to reset its lines here. Here comes Joseph Kennedy. His pass across, kept into the line by Moore. Moore on the left wing side. Into the corner after it, tied up by Whalen. And now it's pushed past Hatcher. Pass for White on the left wing. It's cut off at the line. Nice job by Thornton to read that play. Get the stick in the way. Puck is sent back to Thornton. We'll move it ahead to Jamath. Jamath on the wing, feeds it in front. Doherty in on goal, and it was poked away by Cavalieri before he got a chance. Anderson pinching down for the left point. Thornton around to the right side rim. Hatcher backing him up, kept in. Jamath, wrist shot. That one shattered a stick, but didn't get through to the net. Hatcher trying to turn it quickly ahead here. Thornton will fire it in around the glass. Cavalieri out to stop it. Feeds Kennedy near side. Pass ahead to Schnapp. Schnapp cross ice. Here's Panachik moving in, looking in front for Salak. Couldn't get it to him. He loops behind. Left side corner, Salak. Cycling it for Schnapp. Schnapp trying to get there. Sends it up to the point. Backdoor feed. That one is deflected wide. Bach will around the rim for it to the line, and it's kept in, but only momentarily as that roller is fed back in. And Carolina's going to go ahead and grab a change anyway. They actually did manage to keep it at the line, but they were all headed out of there anyway. So it looks like Pastuca's actually playing defense in this game here tonight. He's out there paired with Clay Keeley. Pastuca hustling back after it. Wickline trying to get to it. So an interesting lineup change there. Here's Storjahan, try to feed it around, take it away, and up the left side, here comes Farmer. Farmer will chip into the left side corner and go get it. Slahetka in with him. They go to the wall together. Puck tied up on the near side, Austin Doe. Trying to push that one along, runs into Butita on the boards. Plouffe. Can't get it out, but Wickline will pull it back down. His pass ahead towards Storjahan. Storjahan gets to center, and he flips it in from there. Gagnon will loop around the right side of the net, and he'll carry it through center. In on the right wing, trying to feed it in front, knocked away. In behind the net near side, Thornton tying up over there. Jamath into the pile. Ford, and now Jamath pulls it out. Jamath to the right side to Bersani. Bersani's got a man streaking. Didn't see him in time. Fed it ahead of Hatcher. And now the chip towards the front of the net, denied by Cavalieri. Whalen ends up with it near side. His lead banks past everyone. A race now for icing, and Anderson will win that race. And that icing is brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. So that's going to take us to our first TV timeout of the period. Scoreless here, about 5 minutes in. We're back with more in just a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
.628 gone here in period number one. No score. Face off to the right of Cavalieri. And it's one back behind the Thunderbirds net. Whalen feeding it over to the near side. Bersani tying up Gagnon. Fed onto the right wing. Thunderbirds able to move that puck out to center. Up high in the air. Bouncer comes down. Underwood with a chop at it. Got it to the line, but not out. And now it'll be Hunter Bersani pulling it ahead. And now 4-on-3. River Dragons right side. Bersani curling, looking for help. Tried to feed Hatcher. That was blocked and ends up back with Whalen. He'll send it to the far side. Joe Kennedy moving it ahead. Ford wheeling his way through center onto the right side to Schnapp. Back for Ford, side of the net. A shot that's held off by Babin. Puck behind the goal. McDonald had it taken away there by Kramer. Kramer feeds the right point. There's a shot by Keeley, tipped wide. And the rebound far side. Ford couldn't get to it. Hunter looking to move it ahead. Hunter got out over the line. Still has the puck. Flips it across to Moore. McDonald driving the net. Hunter far side backing up. Wrist shot. Oh, just missed. Was going low to the blocker side there. That was almost a carbon copy of how Austin Doe scored his goal in Game 1. Now Moore in with a drive and a rolling puck sent wide. Left point, Hunter keeping it in. Long shot. Save made Cavallari. Rebound. McDonald trying to get to it. Cavallari still fishing for it. He's got it. And he hangs on. 7:49 into the first. And the pile forms behind the net. Well, the series feels a little bit more classic Thunderbirds River Dragons now than it did in Game 1. I can tell you that much, especially early on. There was not a whole lot going on there between those two teams, and it just really didn't ignite right away. But it feels like it's picking up here early, which is exactly it's what you expect from these two teams. Face on to the right of Cavallari. McDonald in there for it. Wins it over to the glass. Moore tried to settle the bouncer. Quick shot goes into the netting. Face off will stay inside the zone. That's one of the little rule tweaks that are different FPHL to NHL is that any attempt on goal, even if it goes out of play without a deflection, it still results in an offensive zone face-off for the team that took the shot. Face off to the right of Cavallari once again. We'll do it all over again. Panachik in across from McDonald. McDonald trying to go straight with it and put it towards the net, deflected into the near corner. Hunter on the right side. It's pinned up on the wall by Salak. Right wing corner, McDonald. To the right point, Plouffe tried to feed it across, but he heeled it out over the line. Slahetka will fire it back into the right side. Hunter with a backhand on goal, and we get a whistle here. Then they say, well, now we get some pushing and shoving, but they're going to call it offside. That offside brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. You can book online anytime for your next appointment, plus 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Get lined up at Old School Barbershop. Reservations now required. Now, Mario Cavallari was chirping there with Kyle Moore, as well as a couple of Thunderbirds. Never a bad idea to try to get in the head of the goaltender, I will tell you that much. As the face-off one back towards Farmer. Left side, here comes Gagnon, but he's stuffed as Thornton stepped up on him. Wickline, Doe, Storjahan out there. This line has been very, very good for the River Dragons here in the postseason. And Austin Doe actually missed the first two games of the Athens series. He had a bit of a dinged up situation, but has recovered to not only get into the lineup, but contribute. Doe has picked up 4 points in just 2 games. River Dragons backhanded out to center. Push it back in, and Babbitt will leave it into the corner. And once again, the teams go to cycle the lines here as Thornton sets it up. Jemaeff will swing by. Doherty is out there now along with Hatcher. Doherty trying to fight for that puck on the right side. It ends up with Jemaeff. He'll carry it in. Jemaeff into the right wing corner. Lost it there. And Ford will turn with it. Try the right side. Kennedy to center. In on the right wing. Kennedy kind of had it hop over there on the far side. Jemaeff and Underwood into the corner, tying it up. Anderson up onto the pile. Ford on him. Knock free behind the net. Jemaeff settle it back there. Jemayev will just bank it out of the zone. Rolls all the way down to the Carolina end of things. It was a humid, rainy day here, and then the sun came out later, so then it just became hot and humid. And we know the humidity always affects the ice, so kind of curious to see. It's not too bad right now here in the first period, but I am curious to see how it will be as the game wears on. Here's Underwood on the right side. His pass ahead went off Salak. McDonald dumps it in. Turning with it, Clay Keeley looking to move up the left side. Here's Salak trying to fight his way in. A centering attempt. Ryan Hunter blocking that. Now turned over, high slot, chance of the far dot, and that's fanned on. Salak had it leak off the toe of his stick. Turned over by Schnapp to Ryan Hunter. He gets it to center. Moore in over the line and tried to feed ahead to Hunter, but that play is whistled down offside as well. 9:16 to go here in the first. Scoreless. Back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
At GFL Environmental, we deliver the solutions you need to stay green for life. Our diverse services include front-load bins for commercial waste collection and roll-off dumpster rentals in a variety of sizes to handle all of your waste disposal needs. Choose GFL for your solid waste handling needs because everyone wins when we take care of the environment. Count on us for safe and efficient environmental service. Call 706-322-8923 to find out more today. Green today, green for life.
We know exactly where our product is coming from. We make it in store.
What makes Brewster's ice cream the best is the fresh ingredients.
Making fresh makes me happy. It's fresh made every day at the store.
I wanted to be the person making the product because that's the important part.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey, Tom Callahan here with you as we are just past the halfway mark of this first period. McDonald out there for this face-off along with Hunter. Kyle Moore is actually back at the right D spot while Hugh Anderson's up on the right wing. Hunter, and now one back to Moore. He'll throw that one in. Hunter couldn't get to it. McDonald does. Back towards Hunter, but he's tied up by a pair of Thunderbirds. Puck bouncing towards the line, and now it's taken out. Carolina carrying on the left side. Panachik caught from behind by Ryan Hunter. Panachik, though, getting it into the slot. Knocked away from Schnapp by McDonald. Puck to the far side. Salak stole it back. Looking to wrap it around. Salak. McDonald's lost his stick in the exchange. Far siders Thornton. He'll curl away. Salak is all over him. Boy, the River Dragons, you get a quick clear here. At least McDonald got his twig back. Moore looking ahead. Now there's a pass. Oh, boy, if that could have hit. Carrying it on, though, Thornton leaving for Ryan Hunter on the left side. Lane King is right there to get it. Now it's turned over down low. Thornton tried to center. Couldn't get it through. Wickline crashing in. Doe put it back towards Wickline. Wickline towards Doe off his skate. Doe dancing in that far corner. Curls. Backhand to the front of the net. That hit Wickline, intended for Storjahan. Wickline back right through the slot off Clay Keeley to the far corner. Thunderbirds wedge it out. Plouffe will chase that down. He'll look on the right side. Here's Storjahan moving it ahead. Around the rim it goes. Wickline on the left side. Doe behind the net. Farmer. Plouffe down to the right point. Cuts it off there. Takes the bump from Butina. Karams back to the right point. Plouffe in on goal. Tipped off the bar. No, they score. They score. It's a goal. That puck was tipped in over the left shoulder of Mario Cavalieri. The referee signals goal. And the River Dragons have taken a 1-0 lead, 12-18 into the first period. Now I'm guessing they're going to go to a look at this one. See if they have it on the replay. Now the referee on the backside, I thought that came out at an unusual angle. The way the puck came out of there could easily indicate it hit the elbow inside the net, but it did come out right away, which is why I think the Thunderbirds don't believe it is a goal. If it is Storjahan's goal, it will be his 6th of the postseason. But now they're going to go to the replay. Now here's the thing. It was called a goal, so that means it has to be conclusive to overturn the call. So they have to have definitive proof that the puck hit the crossbar and not the middle bar. So we'll take a look at that replay. And this line has been the hot line for the River Dragons. And I mean, you look at the production right there. Wickline, 5 points. Doe, 4 points. Storjahan, 8, possibly 9 now. And it could be his 6th goal, pending this replay review. Boy, what a big moment this would be for Columbus to take that early lead. And what a beautiful tip by Storjahan. It definitely went over the left shoulder of Cavallari. And it came back out quickly. So it either hit the bar or it hit the interior bar of the net. But the way it came out, it wasn't really a 90-degree bounce. Not that it has to be, but generally off a post or a crossbar, number one, you hear more of a ping. And I didn't really hear a ping at all. Then number two, the puck tends to come out more at it would have come out at a different angle from the way that shot was tipped. And the shot came out more at an oblique angle, which makes me wonder if it hit the curved bar in the back of the net. Of course, we don't have a look at the replay, so let's see. No goal. So take it off the board. After video review, it stays scoreless here in the first. Puck drop coming up to the left of Mario Cavallari here. Roller back to the line, kept in by the River Dragons. Bersani will sweep it around towards the left point. Bockwell arriving there, chips it away from Schnapp. Jemayev had it bounce off his shins and out to center as he and Schnapp go to the ice. Left sider Salak trying to drive back into the corner, around behind the net. Salak is knocked down by Jemayev with a big shoulder. Pastuca putting it across, puck tipped, a bouncer in the slot. Columbus trying to clear here. Jemayev gets wrapped up, puck still not out. Now Columbus ahead, led by Bersani. Now he's going to be up by himself, though. Everybody else went to the bench. So Bersani sends it around to the far side to Storjahan. That line right back out there. White trying to get to center. He will not. Coughs it up. Thornton will turn it right back. Storjahan moving in. Looking to hook it on goal, just wide. Wickline can't get to it. Left side, White tied up by Doe. Austin Doe corner. Centering feed, and that one is taken away in front. Kramer covering there, and he feeds it out. Now Kramer follows up the play, left side, gets it down low, White into the slot, past tip. And down the ice it will go. 6:22 to go here in the first. Still no score. Here's Ford wheeling his way in on the right side. Anderson had him lined up, finishes him off as he put it behind the net. Now tipped, dangerous puck right in front. Ryan Hunter had a little trouble controlling it off the wall. Thunderbirds keep it in. White, near side, on the left wing. He puts it on goal. See Babin, wrapped out to the far side. A shot and a save there. Babin at the left post on Kramer. Puck at the right point. Kennedy, a shot that hit a body in front. It's sitting there. Ford fanned on his first attempt. Second was blocked. Thornton ends up with it. He'll move it ahead. Moore into space, tipped away from McDonald. Ford curling back with it. He'll move it ahead, onto the left wing now. In over the line, it's chipped in by Butita. Slahetka around at the point, kept in. Down low, that one is directed back into that far corner. Slahetka will try it again, and this time Ryan Moore will skate it ahead. Ryan Hunter right side moving in now with a shot tipped to the glass. Moore left side. Slahetka his shot, and that one tumbles in behind. Here's McDonald trying to center, blocked, came back, gets it through. Hunter's shot tipped. Gagnon might have got a piece of that one. Oh, Moore looks like he's hurt. Puck at the left point. Slahetka with a shot into the corner. Moore trying to kick it towards the front of the net. Now backdoor McDonald, a backhand. Cavallari left pad save, and he hangs on. 4:53 to go in the first. No score. Back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah. On any D-A-Y, I need CFA.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
First period action here of game number 2 of this Continental Division Final. Columbus leads at 1-0 over the Carolina Thunderbirds. River Dragons playoff hockey brought to you by Spake's Home Improvement, by Door Specialties Inc., by GFL Environmental, Dr. Joseph Arnold, Columbus Diagnostic Center, F&M Cigars, by Pro Motors, Brewster's Ice Cream, Wellstar Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zelmo Zippin, Vector Ply, Largeman Dental, and Advanced Towing. Our thanks to all of our great sponsors here of River Dragons Hockey. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for helping us continue to broadcast these games. Face off to the left of Cavallari is swept back to the right point as Underwood will put it around behind the net, tipped towards the front of the cage, taken away by Ford. Kramer back across towards Gagnon. He'll just send one in around the rim, and Babin stays put. Always a bit of a puck-handling adventure in this building for 2 reasons. Number 1, the doors definitely don't sit flush. Number 2, there is a lot of space behind the net here, more than in a typical rink. And as a goaltender, and that can be asking for trouble if you get caught fishing out there. Quick line up the left side. Cut up with Gagnon. Put back the other way. And on the left wing, here's McDonald. Slot Hunter. Shot save. Cavallari. Big rebound. River Dragons cannot get to it. Sent out through center. Bockwell on it. Hunter tipping it on to the left wing. And now it's sent back down. Up for McDonald. Did he get his touch to it? No. That's icing. Face-off will come back into the River Dragons end of things here.
Your brother's a better hockey player!
Draw will come to the right of Babin. Shots on goal. Actually not appearing on the board here. Let's see, there they are, 9-4 in favor of Columbus. McDonald in for this face-off. It's a key one in the defensive zone. They tie up Salak out with a try to shot blocked. Salak will try the left wing wall. Doesn't find any daylight there. Finally out of the pile, Thornton. Looking to move it ahead. Here comes Hunter. Moore backhands it in around the wall. Cavallari firing it along. It hit Moore in the body. Cleared to the high slot. Thornton steps in, trying to keep it in. Cannot. And now it's turned over to Moore at center. He banks it back ahead. McDonald looking for Hunter. Back to McDonald. Turned over to Keeley. Pastuca trying to get to center, just backhanding it along. Here's Schnapp over the line. Now Salak back across, tipped up in the air, and it comes down out of play. 3:05 to go with the first, no score. It's been a very strange period of hockey. It just, there's action, don't get me wrong, but it's not a lot of flow. It's very choppy. And I think really limited opportunities here. Teams have to kind of get the bounce or the break to make something happen, which, I mean, really, at this point, to me, translates to, hey, put pucks at the net, see what happens. Just throw everything at the goal. Both teams are kind of doing a good job of bottling up in the defensive zone. There's immediate pileups on the puck. Makes it really tough to do much, but River Dragons have to win those battles, continue to win those battles. Here's Doe with the lead on to the left side. Storjahan. Quickline was tripped up. Now he joins the rush, gets the puck. Pushed up at the point, try to backhand it deep. White is cut off there by Doe for a moment. Went off Storjahan, now fed to the near side, Whalen. That's the other thing is I don't know if it's necessarily nerves. I don't think it should be by this round for these teams, but just little bobbles, little mishandles, which of course, as I mentioned earlier, could be the ice, hot, humid day. We had rain here today. There's just a lot of things that are not letting this game really fully develop. Like right there, Kramer just left it. Here's White with a shot for the wing, missed the net. Kramer into the slot, ends up right point, a drive, and that one missed. High blocker on the southpaw, Babbitt. Slahetka trying to move it up the wall. Jim Math looking to push it out. River Dragons can't get it out. Hatcher, second attempt. He'll skate it out. And now just chip one easily into the Thunderbird zone is Bersani, forcing Farmer back even a little further. That allows McDonald and Hunter to step out on the ice here, along with Bockwell and Underwood. Now Kyle Moore joins them. Minute and a half to go here in the first. No score in the early going. And the River Dragons, I think, will take a scoreless period on the road here, as it's turned over to McDonald, but hey, they would also take a goal. Again, it's being opportunistic. Here's Hunter trying to move it ahead. Gagnon turning it back the other way to center. Blockwell on it. Quickly back across to Hunter, but the play's offside as Kyle Moore not yet cleared the zone. See if the River Dragons are going to make a change here, if they're going to leave that McDonald line out there here. 1:04 to go in the period. They are going to roll with what they had out there. Tied up, pushed over left side. Bockwell will fire it in around the glass. On the right side, here's Moore to get it. Throws it across, and that one ends up out of play, tipped out. So now Columbus gets an offensive zone draw.
They should have signed your brother!
Hunter coming over to have a quick word with McDonald here, picking up some debris on the far side of the ice. I think we're good now. McDonald looking over that left shoulder, going to try to win it towards Moore. And he wins it back across to the left point instead to Bockwell. Bockwell, and that shot blocked by Schnapp. Schnapp racing the other way, cutting it on the right wing. Underwood took body on him. Nice job by Underwood to separate him from the puck. Not out of danger, though. Here's Panachik to the front of the net, taken away by Underwood. Underwood's going to pull it down behind his own net with 32 seconds to go. Thunderbirds will make a change. Columbus has a chance to try to rush this puck ahead here. Bockwell in trouble in his own end. Moves it ahead. Hunter tipping it on down the ice. No. The trailing linesman calling it icing, and Ryan Hunter is telling him that, no, I did indeed tip that. I actually thought I heard it from up here, but I guess not. So now Columbus has a tired line. 17.2 seconds to go. Justin McDonald out there to take the face-off, and that's the guy you want. And, well, he would have won it, but they didn't like that face-off. We're going to do it again. They're going to hold the clock for 2 seconds here. Ford in across from McDonald. And now it is pushed back towards the point. Swept around the rim. Bockwell stole it away. Tried to flip it right up the slot. Gave it away, and a big save by Babin. Oh, what a terrible idea for a clear, but Babin able to bail out the River Dragons. That'll do it for the period as it's cleared down. Oh, my. So the River Dragons a little lucky at the end of that period to get out of here in the opening 20 with a scoreless draw. Probably the biggest save of the frame for either netminder came right at the end there. Babin with a big stop. And so off into the first period. Sunset, we will skate, and it's still scoreless. Boy, I tell you what, though. Again, it feels like it's going to come down to being a game of opportunities. Between these two teams, certainly there's no love loss. And interestingly enough, no penalties in that first period. That's always kind of unusual between these teams as well. But the other thing is, and we're definitely going to talk a little bit more about this in the intermission, but there have not been as many, I don't know, I guess just real after the whistle scrums, get-togethers, as much pushing and shoving. It's like the teams, for whatever reason here in the postseason, have really kind of tried to rein it in, but again, it's just not quite characteristic of a typical Columbus-Carolina matchup, which is interesting unto itself. But right now, I mean, scoreless on the road after one period in game two. I don't think the River Dragons are really going to complain all that much about the way things look. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we will wrap up the stats from that first period for you, and we will tell you about the almost goal. If you happen to miss that, come on back. We'll describe that one for you in detail. And also, we will take a look at that Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard. So stick around. There's more coming your way in just a moment. One period in the books. Scoreless. This is River Dragons Playoff Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back here on Columbus River Dragons Hockey. We are now 20 minutes in the books here from the annex at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds, and scoreless after one period of play. Not a huge surprise. These two teams have played each other pretty closely here, especially in the postseason. River Dragons did win 4-1 in that huge Game 1 win Wednesday night. However, the River Dragons got a little help late, empty netter, what have you. But Columbus, boy, it was so close. 1-1 through 2 periods in that game. And then, of course, Cody Wickline broke the tie. Well, here we're still tied, whereas last game was actually Carolina with a 1-0 lead after 1 period of play. So on the road, scoreless period. Again, I think Columbus takes that. Out shooting Carolina 9-6 in the first period. The River Dragons generated some chances. And again, choppy is the word that keeps coming to mind for me for the way that first period went. Just kind of looking at the play. A lot of bouncing pucks. Things didn't quite settle. A lot of players clumping to the puck, not a lot of separation. It was a lot of board battles that didn't result in a lot of clear chances. And if it continues that way, I think what you're going to see is that it's going to come down to whoever gets the bounce or the break. Now, Columbus almost got a break. A nice tip on a shot by Alex Storjahan at 12:18. Initially ruled a goal by the goal line official. Came out awful quickly and could have hit the middle bar, could have gone off the crossbar or the goal post, and they called it a goal. So then they have to go to the review, and they challenge it. They go to the review, looking at it. Well, as it turns out, that puck actually did go off the bar and not the middle bar. It went off the crossbar of the net. So that one didn't cross the line. They wave it off. No goal. That was the only scoring play, really, of the period. Late, however, River Dragons did give one up right at the side of the net, but fortunately, Trevor Babin was sharp and was able to bail out his defense and take care of things there with a huge save with 10 seconds left to go in the period. Also kept the Thunderbirds from getting on the board. So right now, I think both teams just kind of biding their time a little bit, making sure they don't give up too many big-time chances, but it is a bit of a slog. And again, Game 1 didn't open up until Cody Wickline scored to break that tie and make it a 2-1 game, and that was 6.5 minutes into the third period. So I'm not real surprised by the pace of play or the style of play. It is a very muddy kind of game, and it's going to be a physical game. Honestly, the team that works the hardest, and we hear this all the time from Coach Bechard, whoever works the hardest is going to come out on top in this one. And Columbus could be 40 minutes away from moving on if they're able to win some of those battles, especially in the offensive zone, and generate some big-time scoring chances. So fingers crossed, the River Dragons are able to do that for themselves. No power play chances for either side in that first period. And again, shots were 9-6 in favor of Columbus over Carolina. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard coming your way in just a moment, so stay tuned. We'll update you on the other series getting underway tonight. That's Binghamton and Port Huron, plus a look at the Stanley Cup playoffs and Major League Baseball as well. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? And how about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
And welcome back here in the first period intermission report. Tom Callahan here with you. 20 minutes in, scoreless between the River Dragons and the Carolina Thunderbirds. Game 2 here tonight of this Continental Division final. If Columbus wins, they go home with the series victory. If the Thunderbirds win, which we hope doesn't happen, of course, then we would play Game 3 tomorrow night, winner take all, at 6:05 p.m. All right, let's turn our attention to the Zelmos Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard for you. Zelmos has been fueling life's passions since 1999. One other game, one other series left in the FPHL, and it's Binghamton against Port Huron for the right to meet the winner of this series for the Commissioner's Cup. Game 1 is tonight at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, and 8 minutes into the second period, the Port Huron Prowlers lead Binghamton 1-0 in that game. So good start for the Port Huron Prowlers right there. Love to see it as they get out in front with a goal from Tyler Fox. So looks like it's going to be a tight one there, and maybe not as much of a cakewalk as some folks thought it might have been for Binghamton. In the NHL, 3 Stanley Cup playoff series going on tonight. The Montreal Canadiens have just pulled ahead of the Washington Capitals 2-1. Nick Suzuki's second of the postseason, a power play goal, has put the Capitals ahead just about halfway through that hockey game. In the first period, about halfway through, the Hurricanes and Devils are scoreless. Tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, you've got a puck drop between the Kings and the Oilers as that series turns to Edmonton, with the Kings leading it 2-0. Major League Baseball, one final from earlier. Cubs 4-0 over the Phillies. 2 postponements due to the weather. Orioles at Tigers, that'll be made up tomorrow. And the Red Sox at Guardians also scheduled to be made up tomorrow. Games going on right now. Blue Jays and Yankees scoreless at the bottom of the 5th. Nationals 2-0 over the Mets, end of the 6th. Scoreless between the Astros and Royals in the middle of the 4th. End of the 2nd, Twins and Angels tied at 1. Bottom of the 1st inning, Brewers, Cardinals are scoreless. Just getting it underway here momentarily. You got Reds at Rockies. And then a couple of late starts tonight include the Rays at the Padres and the Braves at the Diamondbacks, Marlins at Mariners, White Sox at Athletics, Pirates at Dodgers, Rangers are at the Giants. So that's a look at that Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard for you. And we are getting close to resuming action here for the second period of this game, too. And, again, no power plays in that opening frame. And there was a little bit of milling around after whistles, a little bit of pushing and shoving, but not along the lines, I think, of what we've seen before between these two teams. And one of the reasons may be coming out of the Athens series, there was a warning that was kind of issued to the teams. I think maybe some liberties were taken early on in the opening series. And I think teams have been warned to kind of tone that sort of play down. Otherwise, there could be suspensions handed off here in the playoffs. And, I mean, that's not what you want, no matter what team you are. So I think it encourages a little bit better behavior. So we'll see. But there's plenty of chances yet in this one. And the River Dragons power play has been on fire here in the postseason, clicking at over 38%, 6 power play goals for the River Dragons here in the postseason so far. But no power plays to speak of yet, and I think that could be a big key here in the second. Whichever team does manage to find itself on the power play could gain a big advantage by finding a way to pot a power play goal. All right, second period action coming up on the other side of the break. Scoreless so far. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581.
Adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a
Plouffe will swing it around onto the right side. Wick line tips it out over the line. And it'll be tossed back in. The end of the far side corner. That one is chased around Wick line. Run into over there by Nate Keeley. Puck does come out to center. Thunderbirds trying to regroup here. Keeley looking to chip it ahead to himself, but that was cut off at center. McDonald backhands it back into the Thunderbirds end. River Dragons trying to work through a change. Here's Stordahan ahead of McDonald. He's got help. Feeds it across. Bersani with a drive, and that one ripped to the glass all the way around, and down it goes. Bockwell able to chip it away, a bouncer. And Bersani knocked down, but got the puck ahead towards McDonald. Bersani at center with it, off the glass, chipping it in. A little bit of a disjointed start there for the River Dragons. to the period, but they get Bersani, Jemaeff, and Hatcher out there together now. As Kennedy will bring it ahead. Dumps into the right side corner. Around behind the net, Underwood over after it. Played up the wall as Hatcher battling with his man on the boards. Kick behind the net, Bockwell tries the near side. Goes back to Underwood on the right side. And deflected out off of Hatcher. Kennedy to turn it ahead. Here's White. Slides it into space for Kramer. Kramer, left wing, wrist shot. Oh, that one off the mask of Babbitt out of play. One ring right off the melon. Out it goes. Faceoff will stay inside the River Dragons end. Ref comes over to make sure that Trevor Babbitt still has his wits about him. 1:52 into this second period. Here's Bersani and across from Panachek. Bersani with a clean win back. Bockwell up the wall. It's kicked ahead, and now Columbus will leave the zone 2-on-2. Slid ahead on the right wing to Hatcher, and everybody else is going to the bench for a change. Hatcher, meanwhile, wins the puck. Hatcher all the way back up, looping at the blue line. Hooks it back down. Thornton will get to it, looking in front. His shot, Cavalieri the save. Pushed over to the far side. Panachek on it there. Doe cut it off, keeps it in, fed to the slot. Kyle Moore couldn't quite get to it. As it's sent to center, and I wonder if the River Dragons are changing the lines up a bit here. Schnapp with a shot from the wing. That one bounces wide. Because now you've got Doe out here centering Moore and Hunter, whereas before you had Wickline, Storjahan, and McDonald out there. So a little flip-flop of the centers, maybe to try to spark something. Puck goes right across the goal mouth, down to the right point. Clay Keeley keeping it in. Turning with it is Doe on the right side. Austin Doe. His pass a little too far for Moore off the dasher. They wave off icing on the near side. Turned over, and in here's Anderson. Rolling pucks, drive, save, made, rebound. Moore sprawling for it, knocked down, couldn't get it on goal. Cavalieri able to hold on. Pastuca took down Kyle Moore in front and saved a goal for his team. Cavalieri was down. Moore was on his way to the rebound. And he got pulled down to prevent that scoring chance. And Cavalieri was able to get to the puck. 3 minutes into the second, still scoreless. Bersani, Doherty, Jemaeff out there. Referee still over talking to the River Dragons bench here, but looks like we're going to get ready to drop it. There we go. Tied up on the circle now. It squirts free to the right point. Underwood leaving it back on the right side, but it kicks off the skate of Jemaeff and out. They'll feed it across, and Block will send it right back in. The right side, Doherty runs into his man on the boards. Jemaeff over there for the puck. Loose to Bersani. Bersani, a backhand pass down low. Oh, right across the crease. Doherty couldn't connect. Good pass there. It was just kind of in a no man's land for Doherty. Couldn't quite go backhand or forehand to it. Between the stick and the skates. Underwood's going to wait it out here on this breakout to the left side. Blockwell up the wall. Tipped down by Jemaeff. Doherty trying to beat it out. He cannot. That's icing. And Doherty gets in there. Gives a little shove. Farmer in there. Gagnon as well. And don't mind a little pot stirring into Scott Doherty. Honestly, there's not been nearly as much as you would have thought in this game. From either side. Generally, that's all we see is antagonism and trying to push that other team over the edge, get them to snap back. There's not been a lot of, even in this series, game one didn't have a lot of that. So the face-off back into the Columbus end. Eventually, there we go. Puck to the right point. Kennedy will keep it in. Anderson trying to get to that puck. Up the near side boards. Baker went spinning down to the ice like he got dizzy on a tilt-a-whirl. There's a shot in on goal. Babbitt, a right pad save. Puck up top. Another chance. Blocker save. Babbitt, a rebound up in the air. Comes down to the far circle. Doherty playing it to the near side. Kennedy down the wall. Stops. Right side. Trying to find a way to navigate. Can't get through. Jamath puts the body on him. Butita on that right half wall. Kennedy out with the puck again. Carrying down low. Wraps behind. Out the far side. Still with it. Sends it towards the goal. Poked away by Babbitt. Schnapp to the circle. River Dragons on it. Cleared to the line. Not out. Second attempt. And Columbus does poke it over. Now here's a chance for the River Dragons. Dumping in from center. And heading immediately into the change. Coming up on 5 minutes into the second period. Keeley at center, dumping it in. Kloof will go back for it. Here's McDonald on the wing with a pass ahead. River Dragons step in over the line. Moore back. Here's McDonald, so that experiment didn't last long. McDonald backhand save made by Cavalieri. Rebound bouncing on the near side, cleared to the far corner. That one looked like it caught Cavalieri on the side of the mask, and the rebound fell pretty close to the goal mouth, but no one could find it. Pastuca around to the right point, can't clear. Slahetka holding it in, and there's a shot, deflects off of Ryan Hunter's skates. And Salak out to center, glove down by Ploop. Ploop pushing right back into the line, but it went into McDonald. McDonald will dump it in now. Here's Slahetka for Moore. Oh, Hunter couldn't get it out of his skates. And back the other way, here's Salak. Salak cut off at center. Now Wickline out there. He'll push in. Slahetka left side, back in front, right in on Cavalieri, and he holds. And so that'll get us to our first break of the period here early in the second of this game, too. Still scoreless. Back with more on River Dragons hockey.
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home. And we're back, second period action here. River Dragons Thunderbirds, game 2 of this Continental Division final. Columbus with a 1-0 lead. Try to close out the best of 3 here tonight. Bill Wickline, Storjahan out there with Bockwell and Underwood on the points. 5:49 into the second. Face-off one back, Gagnon on it. And he'll try to play it around Thunderbirds, able to move it out. Gagnon brings it in with a wrist shot. Off the tip of the mid of Trevor Babbitt and on a play. That's actually a pretty good scoring chance for Gagnon. Just got a chance to walk into the high slot and rip one. River Dragons don't want to give up too many of those. Jamath out there for this defensive zone draw, along with Hatcher and Bersani. Nick Keeley winning it back, fed to the left point. Whalen with a shot blocked by Bersani, and he'll use the dasher to clear it down. Here's Kennedy on the right side. He'll move it out to center. Kyle Moore throws it right back in there as Columbus tags it up. Jamath on the left wing trying to push up as the River Dragons changing the lines quickly here. And now it ends up with Moore on the right side. Couldn't get it too deep, though. Bounced back to center. Here's Hugh Anderson. Getting it ahead, he takes the bump. as it's pitchforked in by Moore. Round to the far side, McDonald trying to get to it. Whalen pushes past him, and now Butita creeping. Pass for him is deflected away. A bouncer back to the line, Thornton. Right side, driven in by McDonald around the rim. Left side, here's Hunter trying to get to it. Thornton stepping down. Hunter in the pile. Pushed it behind the net. McDonald looking up top. McDonald feeding it over. Anderson backing up. Wrist shot. Cavalieri the save. Rebound sent down the ice. If it's got enough gas, it'll be icing. It will not. It dies before the goal line. River Dragons ahead going the other way as Ryan Hunter tips that puck in. He's knocked down, and now the other way. Here's Kramer on the left wing into the high slot for White. His shot, he had to go high, and he missed. Thornton with the diving block attempt forced him to try to find something in the top of the net and send it over. Puck caroms out to center. Farmer with it there. He's going to dump it back in. It's Thornton after it. Hunter with it, scoops it off the glass, and here's McDonald at the line, but that is offside. Oh, it's not offside. They keep going. All right, McDonald into the left side corner. Thought for sure Bersani was in ahead of the play. Now back the other way, here's Ford. He's got room now, 2-on-1 developing. Ford carried in. Nice diving effort by Hatcher. Out the far side, puck in the slot. Still not out of danger, but now we get a cross-checking call. Well, you knew somebody was going to end up with a first power play, and it's going to be Carolina. But how about the defensive play out of the rookie Nash Hatcher? Diving across, prone on the ice, and it forced Gus Ford to continue wide instead of being able to feed that puck in front. That was a huge defensive effort. Bockwell into the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. First power play of the game belongs to Carolina. They are 0 for 6 in the postseason with the man advantage. This is their 7th try at it. River Dragons kill is at 87.5%, 14 of 16. Thunderbirds up top. Salak to the left side. Pastuca. Panachik near dot. Up top, Salak. Across, Pastuca. Wrister. Glove save, Babin. Babin, nice job trapping that puck.
You sophomore!
As that one came in through traffic. Boy, I tell you what, being able to find it is a job in and of itself, and then being able to hang on to it. Babin's pretty adept with the mitt. Face off to his right. Salak will pull it out, feed the left point. Pastuca, right point, Panachik. Down to the near dot. His wrist shot, he scores. Butita throwing the screen in front, and Panachik with a power play goal. The Thunderbirds strike first, and they take a 1-0 lead. .834, time of the power play goal. And for Panachik, that's his 3rd goal of the postseason. That is the first Thunderbirds power play goal of the entire playoffs. Took them 3.5 games to get there. But it's a big goal. Gives them the lead. But Columbus, we talked about it in the pregame with Jerome Bechard. They have come from behind in the last couple of games to win, so being down by a goal doesn't really phase this team as they push in here for a chance left side. Doe curling, feeding it around behind the net. Wickline over to the right side. Thornton will pinch from the point. Will keep it in. Ford will send it high in the air down the ice. Wide of the net for an icing call. And that icing is brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Also an assist on that goal to Nate Keeley. River Dragons Unable to win the draw. Thunderbirds moving ahead. Here's White. Right side. Shot blocked by Anderson. Goes right in front off a dangerous carom. Kramer wasn't ready for it either. Kramer near side. Forward off angle shot. Babin the save. Rebound, not out of danger yet. Wickline banks it ahead for Stordahan. Stordahan by himself. Feeds the open wing. Anderson will fire it in. They'll take the bump there as Columbus changing up the line. Right side, McDonald had a glance off a skate, now stretch ahead, and White couldn't come up with it. White into the right wing corner. Watched by Slahetka. They'll cycle it around. Anderson trying to get to it. Puck ends up on the far side. Salak. Near corner. Trying to dance free over there. Back to the far side. Panachik a centering attempt. That one taken away. And Columbus quickly ahead. Here's Ryan Hunter on the left side. Trying to drive in, and Hunter lost the handle. McDonald following his shot finds the glass off some shin pads. Panachik looking the other way. Lifts it all the way back to the Columbus line. Slahetka fires it back out to center. McDonald to the Thunderbirds line. Pushed right back towards McDonald at center. This time he'll backhand to the head. Knocked out with a high stick by Panachik. And that'll get us to a break. 9:32 to go in this second period. It's 1-0. Thunderbirds in the lead. Game 2 Continental Division Final. This is River Dragons playoff hockey.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah, on any D-A-Y, I need CFA.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
Back here on River Dragons hockey, halfway home potentially in this one, at least for regulation time. It's 1-0 Carolina. Power play goal by Peter Panachik. And that was the only power play of the game. It's the first Thunderbirds power play goal of the postseason. So probably a big-time sigh of relief from the Thunderbirds bench. Jemayev, Hatcher, Doherty out there, along with Slahetka and Plouffe. Offensive zone face-off here. Jemayev trying to jump in there and time that one a little. They have to reset. That time it's, well, Jemayev is getting waved out, even though it was Keeley that jumped in there. So Hatcher will step in to take the draw. Hatcher wins it right over. Jemayev, left point. Slahetka shot. Cavalieri save, and the rebound is free. Doherty in the corner. Backhands it up top. Hatcher, the tip to the backhand. It's slapped away to the point, and Plouffe had moved over. Wasn't there to keep it in. Sent back around the rim. Doherty left side. It's tipped to the line. Hatcher does keep it in. Far corner. Whalen run into by Jemayev. Plouffe pinching it off on the wall. Filtered back into the corner and around to the near side. Kennedy gets hit by Hatcher. Puck does get out over the line. Columbus has to get out of there. Baker got the stick up on Doherty, who took exception to that. Here's Kennedy right side moving in and tried to center. Hit Hatcher in the skates. Babin trying to get to the puck. It's still loose. Puck is still loose. Now he's got it as they jam away. Doherty got hit high by Baker back in the Thunderbirds' end. Those two got after each other, but the rush kept on the other way. I think the River Dragons there in that scramble, boy, Babin really had to be patient and try to find a time to get to that puck. He tried a couple of times unsuccessfully, finally able to smother it. 9:41 to go in the second. Draw will be to the left of Trevor Babin here. Ford moving it ahead quickly. A shot there, and White put it high. Around to the left point, Farmer trying to keep it in. Austin Doe on it. And he'll bank it out. Here's Wickline up the right wing. Across for Storjahan. Hopped right over his stick. Back the other way comes White. White moving in. Ford back across. Kramer couldn't shoot. He was tied up by Underwood. And now Wickline hooks that one out over the blue line. Carolina on the regroup here. At center, Gagnon pressured there, knocked down, but did get it ahead. Here's Kramer in on the wing, right side. Bockwell on him, centering feed, nobody there for it. White, left side, into the corner. Underwood comes up with it. Underwood trying to lift it out, and he does. River Dragons could really use a change here. And now into the pile of Thunderbirds there. They do not go for the too many men call. It was close. Doe will send it in, left wing side. Played away by Cavallari. Out to center here, Schnapp fed it right back into his own zone. McDonald moving up there on Gagnon. That deep pair's been out there a while. Played ahead to Schnapp. Anderson quickly turning it the other way to Hunter. Hunter ahead. Stepping in, here's Moore. Waiting, wrist shot, Cavallari the save, and he holds on. Now Moore pushing at the side of the net. Schnapp will come over for a word. 7:19 to go in the second. River Dragons with a face-off in the offensive zone here. McDonald scoots Ryan Hunter over a step. Anderson fans out wide as well to the left point. Panachik complaining about McDonald. McDonald's going to get tossed out. So now Hunter will try the face-off. And it's controlled by Salak. Clay Keeley up the left side. A pass is behind Schnapp. Anderson over after it. And in fact, they were offside. So below the clear, hit the linesman. Went right back in. A little bit of a break for the Thunderbirds here as Moore tries to glove it down to himself. He's tied up with Salak. They go into the corner together. McDonald out the other way. Hunter looking for the stretch. Left side. Here's Thornton carrying it in. Brody Thornton driving to the net. Puck in front. Off the toe of the stick of Kyle Moore, and it's cleared down the ice. Anderson chasing for an icing call. 6:40 left to go here in the second period. 1-0 Thunderbirds. River Dragons get the benefit of the change, and that is a very tired Thunderbirds line out there. Panachik, Salak, and Schnapp have to stay out there with Clay Keeley and Yuri Pastuka on defense here. Storjahan in for the face-off across from Panachik. And the Thunderbirds win it back. Pastuka out the far side looking for the clear, sends it down, and that one is on goal, so no icing. Played ahead by Babin on the left side ahead, trying to get Storjahan in while the Thunderbirds change. Here's Wickline on the left wing, into the corner, rubbed out by Keeley, and Wickline's helmet comes off, so he's got to get off the ice. Slahedka down for the left point, trying to hold it in. Doe pops it up in the air, glove down by Slahedka. Baker in that pile as well, and now across it goes. Here's Kennedy. He takes a whack from Bersani as the puck rolls in behind the River Dragons net. And it's chipped right out in front. A shot, they score. Nate Keeley in the low slot. Finds room on the 5-hole of Babin. Bit of a defensive breakdown there for the River Dragons. And it's 2-0 Carolina. And for Keeley, that's his second goal of the postseason. 14:01, time of the marker. Thunderbirds open up a 2-0 advantage here. Thunderbirds win the face-off back here, and Columbus is going to have to come up with some answers offensively here. They really haven't had much in the way of scoring chances. Really no great A's as Ford steals it back. He'll wrap it around the net, stops behind. Centering attempt, came back to him. Now Kramer off-angle chance, shut off by Babbitt at the near post. Here's Ford in the corner. Jemayev trying to pull it free. Kramer in that pile. Underwood over there. Actually, that is Spockwell in the corner, pinning it there as it swung around to the left point. Farmer will send it down low. Ford near side. Puck goes right across the goal mouth again, and here's Underwood trying to move it out to center. Bersani couldn't jam it in. Ford comes back in the other way. Ford fed it across looking for White, but they couldn't connect. Salak left side, pushed it into the corner. Centering attempt goes off some skates and down. River Dragons need a change, and they'll get one here. Salak back the other side. Panachik couldn't connect with that pass. A little too hot to handle. Going to the backside post. Played the other way and out. Here comes Kyle Moore back. He's got help with him right side. Moore looking in. Carries behind the net. Out the far side. Moore still with it. All the way into the slot. Left side, Hugh Anderson tried to stick handle in. Lost the handle. Anderson into the corner against Schnapp. They tie up. McDonald over there as well. They still battle over there. Hunter trying to pull it free. Left point, Moore with it. Puts it down low, shot, tip, Cavallari save, rebound in front, Anderson. Fell down trying to get to it, Pastuca away with a puck. Right side, here's Panachik. Into the high slot, his shot, hit leg, now they score. A quick turnaround chance by Salak, and the puck goes in. And now here we go. I wondered how long it would take for this. The answer is 3:56 left to go in the second. As the Thunderbirds capitalize on a rebound, Salak the goal scorer. And there'll be penalties out of this. We'll tell you about them when we come back. It's now 3-0 Thunderbirds. Back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
And we're back on River Dragons Hockey. It's now 3-0 Thunderbirds. And the River Dragons trying to figure out a way to counter the momentum that the Thunderbirds have gained here. Salak at 16:04, 2 goals, 2:03 apart. Took it from 1-0 to 3-0. And for Salak, that is his first goal of the postseason. And the talk going on right now. So you got Moore and Panachik in the box. Panachik gets roughing. Moore gets roughing. Now Bersani is going in. Maybe. Or maybe he's just talking to Kyle Moore. Yeah, Bersani was just chatting with him. It looks like, by the way, Panachik picked up the assist on that Salak goal, but it looks like four on four. I think they're only getting 2 minutes apiece. All right. It's a little 4-on-4 hockey here. There is an extra 2 minutes up on the board, but maybe they just haven't put Panachik's up yet. Actually, Baker's in the box now, too, along with Panachik. I'm not sure why Baker's in there. But I guess we'll find out. Once we get an explanation here, we'll try to pass that right along. But in the meantime, 4-on-4, a little more open ice out there. Maybe this will help Columbus. Here's Wickline moving it in, left side for Storjahan. Here's Storjahan back to Wickline. Wickline in the near corner. Out the far side, Cody Wickline. Cross ice, and it's tipped away from Bockwell. Nice play by White to get the stick on it. Bockwell on it, feeds it down low. Storjahan behind the net, Wickline near corner, looking to flip it in front. Bockwell was tied up, couldn't shoot. Underwood right point. They're pulling up top. Try to send it down low. Bouncer behind the net. It's turned over side of the net. Wickline a drive, right pad save. Rebound, Bockwell on it. Wickline to the front of the net, off the back of the mesh, off the left arm there of Cavalieri. Cleared around, and now here's White up one-on-one. White waiting for help on the change. Slides it up top. Pastuca in with a shot, and a left shoulder save there for Babin. Now it's turned out to center, and the Thunderbirds on the regroup as Columbus getting some fresh legs out there. McDonald. And now Clay Keeley sending it in. Slahetka moving it back towards Bockwell. Bockwell with a cross ice feed for Storjahan, but that one knocked down by Salak. Salak right back in the other way, cutting into the slot, bumped off, still got a shot away, hooked it wide. Kennedy, left point, Keeley. Salak, left side. Cross ice feed, Storjahan got a piece. Kennedy a shot in the left pad, save Babin. Bockwell out the far wall, now it's reversed around by McDonald. Boy, Storjahan's been out there a while. He's going to hang on to it here for a minute, give it onto the left side. Slahetka back for McDonald as Schnapp runs into him. McDonald, Plouffe steps around Schnapp into the slot, lost it, and now it's turned back. We're back to 5-on-5. Out of the box is Baker as it's sent down. So Panachik must have picked up a 10 in there somewhere. Baker served his minor. Baker on the left side, flips it across to the right point to Farmer, took it off his skate. Farmer in with a shot, and that one again hit Babin in the mask. That's 2 or 3 times he's taken one off the mask in this game. McDonald playing into the left point. It is not out. Kept in down low. Plouffe stretching for it. Tied up by White. Slahetka in behind the net. Out the near side. And Keeley had the stick stolen by the boards. I talked earlier about how these boards don't really match up all the way around the rink, and that was a great example of it there. Here's Farmer pushing it ahead. Left side in with a drive. Save made Babin. Rebound is behind him. And White crashed into the goalpost, knocked the net off. Babin would have got to the puck anyway. But with 1:04 to go here in this second period, it stays 3-0. They're going to have to reset the net behind him. So actually, Panachik somehow got roughing twice. I wonder if one of those might have been for Baker. And then there was also a minor on Babin for leaving the crease. So perhaps that was how that all kind of worked itself out there. I think Baker, unless it really was 2 consecutive roughing minors in 2 different situations for Panachik. And then Babbitt got the leaving the crease. Or Babin, pardon me. Just a strange set of circumstances on that one. Either way, we're back to 5-on-5 now with a face-off coming up outside that Thunderbirds blue line with just over a minute to go here in this second period. And Carolina has really grabbed the momentum here, scoring 3 times in the period. Columbus will win the face-off as they try to move it ahead. And here comes Hatcher. Hatcher on the right side in. Fan on a shot attempt, hooks it around behind the net. Chemaev trying to get to it now. Feeds it up to the right point. Underwood, long shot in, save Cavalieri. And he'll hang on, trapping it against the chest. So Austin Doe is out there right now with Chemaev and Hatcher. Maybe trying to give this line a little offensive spark. Underwood and Bach will remain on the points here. Chemaev in for the face-off. 46.3 seconds to go in the period.
You suck more!
Well, Chemaev's going to get thrown out. We really have to wait a very long time to get puck drops here. Hatcher in for it. Gagnon behind the net, ends up with that face-off win. Keeley moving it ahead off the skates of Schnapp. Schnapp will dump it in from center. Babin out to play it. Up the near side, Chemaev with a chop at it. Blocked by Schnapp. Puck back in behind the net. Cough to the right point. Gagnon on it there, sends it in front. A shot, and that deflects away to the far side. Farmer sends it in behind the goal. Bockwell moving it around. Chemaev trying to pull it out of the zone, gets it over the line. Time ticking down here as we approach 10 seconds to go in the period. Dump back in. Underwood around after it. And that's pretty much going to do it for the second period. A frustrating second period for Columbus. As they're going to, now we got Chemaev shoving here on the near side with Gagnon. Those two had a little battle going from earlier. But the River Dragons definitely a frustrated hockey team after that third period, or pardon me, second period, where they give up 3. That was a difficult one for Columbus, and the Thunderbirds skating off with a 3-0 lead after 2 periods of play. So we're going to move on into our intermission report. When we come back, we'll give you a wrap-up of the scoring from that period. We'll look inside the numbers. Plus, we're going to update that Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. All that and more coming your way, so stay tuned. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less?
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Life at home moves fast, and your internet should too. With Beam Broadband, you get fast, reliable internet that covers your whole home and the power to control it right from your device. Work, play, and everything in between, all with a connection built for the way you live. Right now, get 1 gig for just $60 a month. With Wi-Fi this fast, it's sure to keep up. Visit ctvbeam.com or call 334-298-7000 to get started today.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey, we're now through 2 periods of play, and it looks a little different than it did after one. It's now a 3-0 lead for the Carolina Thunderbirds. So let's go back and wrap up the scoring from that period for you. And it actually started with the rarest of birds, if you will, a Carolina Thunderbirds power play goal. The Thunderbirds, this is the first time they scored on the power play in the postseason, and they are now 1 for 7 with the man advantage. They also haven't been drawn a lot of chances. But the only power play of the period, they score on it. And it's Panachik with the goal. His third of the postseason from Pastuca, and Nate Keeley at 8:34. And that really kind of got the ball rolling for the Thunderbirds. Panachik with a nice job to take advantage of a screen in front of Babbitt. I don't think he ever saw the shot coming in. John Butita parked himself in front. And in it goes. It's 1-0. Then at 14:01, it becomes 2-0. Nate Keeley, his second from Baker and Kennedy. And then at 16:04, Solak finds a rebound in front of Babin. Panachik right now the only assist that is listed on that goal, as I do a quick refresh here to see if they've added anybody else. But it's 3-0. After 2 periods of play, and the Thunderbirds really went to work there in that little more than a half a period of hockey. Shots on goal in the period favored Carolina 22-15. And as I told you, only power play of the game for the Thunderbirds. They're 1 for 1. And the River Dragons still looking for their first opportunity of the game, which kind of interested to see how that's going to work in the third period. I know it's been getting chippy out there. These two teams have been going at each other, just absolutely hammer and tong out there. It is getting to the point where, you see the frustration for the River Dragons. I'm sure right now, if I'm in the Thunderbirds locker room, I'm saying don't take the bait. And if I'm in the River Dragons locker room, I'm saying you guys have to come out and play not only with that fire and passion, but you've got to carry it on to your offensive zone tries as well. Even though there's 15 shots here for the River Dragons in that second period, not a lot of grade A chances. They had 1 or 2, but they did not bury it. And so I think for Columbus, that's got to be the focus here. Again, pucks and bodies to the net and spending some time in the offensive zone, especially once Carolina got rolling towards the back half of that second period. They dominated the zone time. They dominated the chances. And Columbus has to turn that the other way and tilt that ice more towards the Carolina net here in period number 3. We'll take a break here in the second period intermission report. When we come back, we'll have a look at that out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. And, well, we'll update you on the other series going on. Port Huron at last check was in the lead. Are they still in the lead? We'll tell you that. Plus Stanley Cup playoff updates, Major League Baseball, and more coming your way. This is River Dragons Hockey. Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? How about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you, and we are through 2 periods of play in this Continental Division Final Game 2, and right now the Carolina Thunderbirds with a 3-0 lead after 2 periods of play. If Carolina holds on to that edge, we will play Game 3 here tomorrow night, winner take all, starting at 6:05 p.m. Now let's turn our attention to the Zelmos Ipon out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmos has been fueling life's passion since 1999. Well, right now, McMorran Arena in Port Huron, the Prowlers are making that 1-0 lead stand up. Now 7.5 minutes into the third period, and the Prowlers still leading the Binghamton Black Bears. So a tight checking game, and that Tyler Fox marker at 11:20 of the first is still the only goal in that one. NHL playoffs down the stretch in the third period here. You've got the Canadiens up 4-3 on the Capitals. In the second period, Devils with a 1-0 lead over the Hurricanes. And at 10 o'clock tonight, so a little bit more than a half hour from now, you've got the Kings and Oilers dropping the puck on Game 3. Kings lead that series 2-0. Carolina also leads its series 2-0. And Washington with a 2-0 lead on the Canadiens. Major League Baseball. We had a couple postponements earlier today, and they will both be made up tomorrow. Orioles at Tigers, Red Sox at Guardians both rained out today. Cubs beat the Phillies 4-0. That is the only final. Everybody else underway. And now in the bottom of the 8th, the Blue Jays and Yankees are tied at 1. Bottom of the 9th, Mets-Nationals tied at 4. Middle of the 8th inning, Royals 2-0 over the Astros. Bottom of the 5th, Twins have broken it open 9-2 over the Angels. Bottom of the 5th as well, 1-0 Cardinals over the Brewers. Top of the 3rd inning, Reds 4, Rockies 1. Just getting it underway here, you've got Rays at Padres, Braves at Diamondbacks about 10 minutes away. Marlins at Mariners as well. And then just after the 10 o'clock hour, you've got White Sox at Athletics, Pirates at Dodgers, and the Rangers taking on the Giants. So that's a look at the Selmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. Meanwhile, here for the Columbus River Dragons, and oh, by the way, it is now 2-0 Port Huron, as the Prowlers have doubled their lead. So look at that. Port Huron trying to take game 1 at home against Binghamton here and holding the Black Bears off the board so far. So pretty intense out there, it looks like. It's a heck of a game. Bobby Price scores at 6:46, an even strength goal. And now, well, Port Huron, that would be interesting, heading back to Binghamton, needing to win 1 out of 2, just like the River Dragons here, won game 1 on Wednesday night at home in Columbus, needing to win 1 out of 2 on the weekend here. Well, they've got 20 minutes here to find 3 goals to tie this one up. They're trailing 3-0, or perhaps try to find a way to go ahead, which would obviously be ideal. It'd be great to stage a massive comeback and end things here this evening. But really for the River Dragons, it's the old how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You can't score 3 goals on one play. Columbus really needs to focus on getting back to its game. And as I said earlier, just generating those scoring chances, generating that zone time, winning those battles in the offensive end of things, and just really trying to get back to getting pucks on the net, make Mario Cavallari uncomfortable with traffic, try to source some rebounds. Columbus hasn't done a ton of that here in the second period. I say the River Dragons credited with 15 shots. I just don't think they had that. The River Dragons need to find more. They need to find ways to get pucks through. And they need to spend more time with puck possession here. And the other thing is, too, I think it's a little bit of the mental side of the game, not take the bait from Carolina. And I know I was saying the opposite, right, at the end of 20 minutes. If I'm Carolina, I'm saying don't take the bait from Columbus. Well, now it's the opposite, because Carolina's going to try to goad the River Dragons into more of this, mental merry-go-round where they just keep feeding them the same thing over and over and see the frustration and watch it rise. And, eventually the lid blows off the pot. And for the River Dragons, they have to take a step back and say, all right, it's important to be physical and win those battles, and it's important to have that part of the game under control, but not to let the Thunderbirds get under your skin. So they've got 20 minutes. Can they find 3, maybe 4? Well, we'll find out when we come back here. On the other side of the break, we've got third period action coming your way. Stay tuned. There's more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place. all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragon's trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmos, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmos rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
And we are back on Columbus River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Caden Sturgis producing here this evening as we're getting ready for third period action. 3-0 Thunderbirds after 40 minutes. Don't forget, River Dragons playoff hockey brought to you by Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons. By Pepsi, the official soft drink of the River Dragons. By Zelmo Zippin, the official fuel provider of the River Dragons. By Air Force Heating and Cooling, the official home comfort partner of the River Dragons. And by Columbus Diagnostic, the official imaging center of the Columbus River Dragons. River Dragons hockey also brought to you in part by BKI Accounting, featuring a new age approach to old school accounting, specializing in payroll, bookkeeping, income, and sales taxes for small business. Learn more at bkiaccounting.com. 5 aside as we start third period action here. Only one power play in the game. It belongs to Carolina. They scored on it. It's their first power play goal of the playoffs, and it got them going on what turned out to be a 3-goal second period. They have the 3-0 lead as we start things out here. River Dragons rolling left to right in front of our broadcast location, and we are underway. McDonald again starting off here with Stordahan and Wickline to begin the period. Puck at center is pushed the other way. Here's White moving in, and it's swept away by Bockwell into the corner. McDonald put into the glass by White. Far side, Stordahan on the roller. Feeds it back behind the net. Bockwell looking out the right side. Gets it ahead to Wickline. He's got McDonald with him. Cross ice feed. Stordahan picks it up off the dasher. Had it chopped away there. And it's bounced off Wickline to center. Wickline tried to feed it across. Got stuck there. And now Anderson steps up. He'll fire it in. Around the rim it goes. Cavallari out to cut it off. Thunderbirds look to turn it the other way here. They dump it in. Babin cannot get to it. Works its way around. Butita with a shot for the wall. Save made by Babin. And now it's played out to center off the mid of Moore. He'll move ahead. He's got Hunter with him. Moore driving on the right side with a wrist shot. Blocked away by Cavallari. Doe tying it up on the boards. Trying to one-hand that one deeper. Ends up with Butita. Baker kicked it. And on down it goes. Left there, no icing. As the Thunderbirds change it up. Stretch on the right side to Ryan Hunter. Hunter steps around to check into the zone right side. Hunter curls, waiting for help. Feeds it up top. Morris shot. Cavallari the save. kicks it out with the right pad. Back the other way. Here comes Pastuka in over the line. Salak, high slot. Nice job by Salak to take the body. Slaheka rather, and he's a little slow to get up. He looks like he's all right. Cleared back the other way as Slahetka just now getting to the bench. Right side, here's Plouffe ahead to Jemaeff on the right side, and now pulled down to the slot is Hatcher. Hatcher is very slow to get up. Plouffe falls down to the right side. Hatcher is, I don't think Hatcher knows where he's at. Oh my goodness, he got hit. I think he might, I'm not sure what happened there. If it was a collision, there was no call for interference, so I assume it was not an intentional hit. I think it was just kind of crossing in the middle there. It's Jemaeff with a hit on the right side on Farmer. Doherty in after it. Bersani is knocked down in the slot. River Dragons on it again, fed up top to Underwood. Thunderbirds trying to come back the other way. Ford dispossessed, but Kramer follows it up, dumps it in. I'll tell you what, right now, the River Dragons' energy is not up to start this period. And that's not a good sign. White with a shot to the front of the net, blocked by Blackwell. Banked ahead on the left side. Bersani trying to get to it. The River Dragons need to find something here. Here's White in on the right wing with a shot. He ripped it high around the glass of the left point, past Whalen all the way down. Left wing, here's White stepping in. Cutting around Thornton, right in front. A chance save. Babin out on the angle, and he hangs on. 3:23 into the period, and another good stop there from Babin. Face off to the left of Babin. Sees Moore, Hunter, and McDonald back together. Thornton put it around to the far side. Anderson, puck off the glass. Off the mid of Hunter to center. Fired right back in. On to the near corner. Thornton knocks down Keeley going after the puck. Anderson off the glass with it ahead. McDonald trying to get to it. A little too far for him. Butita turning it back. Here's Baker, left side. Swatted away by Thornton. Thornton avoids a check from Keeley, who's trying to give him a little payback for getting knocked down earlier. But now Anderson trying to move it ahead. Knocked away, but Thornton there to pick it up. He'll dump it in. Cavalieri out to play it and hold on to it. I'll get Columbus an offensive zone draw. 4:05 into this third period. But again, River Dragons need to find something here. This is not the level of energy that's going to get it done. Certainly a goal can, make your disposition a lot sunnier in a hurry. An offensive zone draw. Let's see if Wickline can start with a draw win here. He's got Storjahan positioned behind him off to his right. Get him that puck. Tied up in the circle. Thunderbirds able to push it into the corner. Wickline over it quickly. Panachik tying him up. Storjahan half wall trying to help keep it in, and now it's wedged out of there. A bouncer down the ice. This will be an icing call. And the face-off will go all the way back into the Thunderbirds' end. That icing brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Face-off to the left of Mario Cavalieri. Wickline and across from Panachik, and Wickline never even got his stick down, but the linesman dropped the puck, which is funny to me because we've had the linesman taking so long to drop the puck tonight. That one went before Wickline was even down and ready. There we go. One back by Carolina. And the Thunderbirds will move it to center. On the left side, here's Panachik trying to cut in, but Plouffe took it away from him. Doe off his skates. Trying to turn back with it onto the right side. Here's Plouffe. He'll fire it in around the rim. Cavallari slows it down. Still behind the net, Wickline. Tied up, but still had the puck. Cycles it back. Doe in front, ends up at the left point. Slahetka over to Plouffe. He's got a lay and a wrist shot, and he missed on the stick side. Slahetka towards the net. That one finds the glass. Dies in the corner for Salak. And now a breakaway, and here's White in alone. Shoots and scores. Zach White got lost behind the defense coming off the bench on a change and scores on a breakaway. .5:02 into the third period. And the Thunderbirds have opened up a 4-0 lead, and this is starting to feel like not Columbus's night. Great heads-up pass by Salak, though. Great heads-up pass. Underwood pushing it in behind the net. Jemayev around after it. Doherty over. He runs into Farmer. Bersani trying to get to it. It's turned over there. Bersani on the wall. Trying to bounce it across to Farmer. Rolling puck just denied his pass. Kramer left side in his skates to the right wing. And stick broken, it looks like. Jemayev will dump it in, and now over at the Thunderbirds bench, we've got Bersani pushing with Ford, and I think they're taking both of them. Or are they just taking Bersani? Yeah, they're only taking Bersani. So we're going to go to a break. We'll tell you about it when we come back. It's now 4-0 Thunderbirds in the lead. Third period action. This is River Dragons hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can.
Thunderbirds the power play for the second time tonight. They're 1 for 1. They have a 4-0 lead. Columbus will rattle it around the glass and down the ice. Bersani into the box for roughing. Thunderbirds will bring it up the right side. On to the left wing. Here's Salak. Knocked down by Storjahan. Keeps it in, though. Left side, Nate Keeley. To Butina. Butina up top. Pastuca to the right side. Panachik a drive and a left pad save by Babin. Puck cleared out to center. Pastuca on it there. Columbus trying to quickly get a change here. Good to see, by the way, Nash Hatcher back out there for a spin. He looked like he was just fine, so that's good. Might have just had the bell rung a little bit on that collision in the offensive zone a couple of shifts ago. White on the right side, a centering attempt blocked by the goal stick of Babin. Puck to the line, bounces out over Ford, and now race. Wickline trying to get to it before tapped it away. Kramer trying to go the other way. Throws it in from center around to the far side. Anderson and Schnapp tying him up. And now a clear. Columbus able to get it down the ice. As Doherty sending it 200 feet. 35 seconds ago on the power play. Carolina moving it up again. Ford on the right side. Here's White in over the line. High slot pass. Gets across to Baker, who curls up top with it. Baker, left side. Kramer back across. White up top. Ford. Near dot, Kramer, slot, Baker, shot, and a save made. Babin got the right pad to it. Around to the right side it goes again. Tipped away on the way in there by Bockwell, and now cleared to the line, and out it goes. Columbus will change up the penalty killing unit, and now back to 5-on-5. They will reset the lines. Moore, Hunter, and McDonald out there. Pushed ahead on the left wing, here's Salak. Slahetka leaning on him. McDonald off the dasher, gets it down. No icing here. Moore with an eye on Clay Keeley. Puck to the line, past McDonald. Going the other way, Plouffe racing after it. That is an icing call. With 8:22 gone here in the third. Well, of all the lines you'd like to see really heat up here, this is the one. McDonald, Moore, and Hunter. See if these guys can get the ball rolling. They can certainly carry you when they're on their game. As the puck rolled around to the near side against Carolina. Starting with a drawing gives them a better chance to clear, and they do here. Slahetka after that roller, and again an icing call. So the face-off will go back down one more time. Face-off to the right of Mario Cavallari. McDonald and across from Panachik, one back to the left point. Slahetka leaving it off up top. Moore with a wrist shot. Blocker save Cavallari. Puck to the far boards. Keeley bouncing it off the dasher, not out. Slahetka holding it in only for a moment. Clay Keeley on it now. Feeds it behind his own net. Pastuca left side. Plouffe pinching, can't keep it in. Columbus looks like they're going to start to take a lot of chances now here. And boy, the Thunderbirds had too many men. And now Kyle Moore up on the puck. Cuts into his right side. And a roller trying to feed it in front. Hit Cavallari. Tried to shove it through him again. Couldn't do it. Moore behind the net with it. Trying to wrap it out in front. A shot. Cavallari save. Puck still sitting free. A back hit off the crossbar. Here's Hunter left side. Right off the outside of the net with that chance. Sent back down, it will be an icing call. The Thunderbirds are going to flood a new line out on the ice to try to engender as much confusion as possible. They got to get Clay Keeley back out there. And they do. The Thunderbirds have 9 guys on the ice. They are absolutely going to sneak a change. Schnapp is new. He shouldn't be out there. Baker shouldn't be out there. There we go. All right, we're figuring this out now. Well, now they put Panachik back out there, but it's Pastuca that goes off, and Pastuca should stay. Well, now they got Schnapp going off, too. I think they realize they need to get Pastuca out there. There we go. Yeah, Schnapp crept on that change as well. And again, I mean, the Thunderbirds threw 10 guys out there, and that's exactly what they were trying to do. And if nothing else, they got themselves a little break. River Dragons trying to make something happen in front here off the face-off, and instead, Baker going the other way. He'll chip it in on the left side. I mean, they snuck a couple guys out there, but at least it wasn't a whole new line. River Dragons push it ahead. Anderson on to the right side to Doe. Doe in front, a little too far in the lead for Anderson, who had jumped into the play, and it's cleared out. Quick line on it again. Storjahan back covering the D. Both defensemen actually jumped on that time. There's Thornton up the left side. Pushing it to center. And it's turned right back. White will just backhand it in. White takes a slash at Trevor Babin. Doherty moving up on Whalen, and Whalen's going to get put into the glass there. White around to the near side. Dumped in, Babbitt. Has it moved around on the near wing, and White run into by Doherty. Puck into the slot, glove down by Doherty, played to center. And it's turned right back over to White. White cutting into his right side, leaves it up top, a shot and a save. Babin, rebound into the netting, and we'll get a break. 8:59 left to go in this third period. It's 4-0 Carolina. Game 2, Continental Division Final. Back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
Established in 1975, Sweetbriar Fine Cigars is Georgia's oldest cigar shop. Sweetbriar has the finest selection of fresh, imported, handmade premium cigars. Enjoy your favorite in our relaxed, comfortable seating area. They also have a full line of accessories and custom blended pipe tobacco. Ask about veteran and military discounts, the loyalty program, and volume discounts. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7. Sweetbriar is located in the upper level of the landings on Whitesville Road, just off Airport Thruway. Online at sweetbriarcolumbus.com. River Dragons moving the puck ahead on the right side as Hunter Bersani will put it in deep. Bockwell stays up on the forecheck and picks it off, tried to center quickly, but the puck rolled away from him as he ran into the referee. Now back on the left side is Kramer with a shot. He missed on the blocker side. And back at center, Columbus just peels out to go for a change. Now a penalty coming up against Columbus. Farmer in on the left wing. I didn't see it. Can't tell you what it is. It is high sticking. Schnapp and Moore come together. .11:40 time of the penalty. Thunderbirds to their third power play where they are 1 for 2. Cavallari shot the puck at Kyle Moore. He didn't appreciate that. I still don't know who the penalty is on because nobody's gone into the box. I don't know if the referees know who the penalty's on. No, it's going to be on Hatcher. Thunderbirds got to work controlling the face-off here on the right side. They'll try to set it up. Here's Salak on the near wing. Salak onto the left side. Nate Keeley over there. Butita up to the right point. Pastuca fakes a shot, feeds it to the right side. Panonchik. He'll back up top into the slot. Keeley tips it. Pastuca through traffic. Save made Babin. Rebound in the slot area. And it is tapped out by Storjahan. He's out there with Bersani, Anderson, and Thornton here. Now Bersani heads off. Wickline hops on. As it's backhanded in from center. Around it goes. Anderson will rifle it around. Off the skate of Salak, stays in, but Butita put it to the point. There was nobody there. Wickline all over him. Storjahan out there now along with Wickline in the shorthanded situation. And you better believe Columbus is going to push shorthanded if they can. Under 7.5 to go here in this third period. It's 4-0 Thunderbirds. Columbus, at this point, there's no difference between 4-0 and 7-0, but they'd feel a lot better about 4-2 or 4-3. Heading into tomorrow night's decisive Game 3. Around to the left point, here's White. He'll feed it down low towards Plouffe. Plouffe right back up the rim. Down it goes. Forward left side to Kramer. On to the far side, Jamaev over after it. Jamaev. Oh boy. Oh. That clearing attempt hits Lahetka right in the face. Oh, no. Oh, the River Dragons can't afford to lose another defenseman. They're already without Connor Lind for the weekend. And now Lahetka down right by the corner door. Fortunately, the doctor's right there. The River Dragons medical staff out there as well. Yeah, Nolan Slahecka's going to have to head off the ice and get taken care of there. He's got the towel to the face, and he's going to head back across to the River Dragons locker room. Boy, you hate to see that. Ugh. .636 to go in the third. 4-0 Thunderbirds. Carolina still has 17 seconds left to go on the power play here. Face off to the left of Babin. And they're going to throw both centers out. And we have had a heck of a time trying to get face-offs done here tonight. Puck ends up at the right point. Swung in towards the corner. Bockwell tying up along with Nate Keeley. McDonald trying to pull that out. It's underneath Bockwell. McDonald on it now, and he does get it out over the line. Out of the box is Hatcher. River Dragons have killed it off. Left side, it'll be dumped in by Baker. And now Bockwell takes a look, right side, Underwood ahead, and Hunter tipping it down. Moore trying to catch up with it. Kennedy will get there first. We'll swing it around out to center off the skate of Baker. Keeley up on the right side, rolling puck is shot, blockered away there by Babin. Underwood on the reverse to the left side, long lead ahead, goes off Clay Keeley, right to Ryan Hunter, moving him with a rolling puck, a shot, shoulder save Cavalieri. And unable to keep it in there. McDonald, it'll be Salak going the other way. Puck into the far corner, Thornton around after it. Schnapp on the near side. Puck ends up top. Panachik with a shot. Babin got a piece with a stick. Chopped out, a bouncer to center, off Schnapp. And that is clawed down there by Anderson, and now Thornton onto the right side. Here's Kyle Moore firing it in right into the chest protector of Cavalieri, who hangs on. 5:06 to go in this third period. 4-0 Thunderbirds. Shots 36-34 in favor of Carolina. And now you just kind of look for the response here from Columbus. You want to see something. You need to find momentum. You need to find response. What are you carrying into game 3? We're back here tomorrow. Here's Hatcher right side and a penalty coming up. And the River Dragons a late power play perhaps. Or maybe not. Nope. Hatcher into the box instead. So Columbus shorthanded again when we come back, trailing 4-0 late in the third. This is River Dragons hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
So Nash Hatcher picks up his second consecutive high-sticking minor. This one's a double minor, which means it is 2 kicks at the power play can for the Thunderbirds. Chance 4 and 5 coming up. They're 1 for 3. River Dragons start with a clear here. And up the left side, here comes Gagnon moving it in for the Thunderbirds. There's a shot for the wings, say Babin. He hangs on to that one. It's Kramer trying to find something on the near side post, but no daylight there. 4:25 left to go in this third period. So game 3 coming tomorrow night. Each team, fortunately, in a series, hey, this only counts for 1 win. Blockwell will fire it around, and it'll bounce out to center. 6:05 puck drop. We'll be on the air 20 minutes prior. So look for us at 5:45 Eastern time. Here's Gagnon in on the left wing with a wrist shot, and that one hit the goal post. And a feed to the point. There was nobody there. White fed it back up top. Gagnon's just going to leave it off here. He's going to head to the bench as the Thunderbirds put out their second power play unit. Schnapp at center lost the pass. Anderson fires it down. Panachik looking out the left side. Keeley ahead, Pastuca right side, too far for Schnapp. Anderson back, that's an icing call. Faceoff will go back into the Carolina end of things. McDonald ready to win this face-off back towards Ryan Hunter if he can. Nope, he's going to get tossed out. So Ryan Hunter will try to win it back towards Justin McDonald. Spins over towards the wall instead. Hunter over there. McDonald off-angle chance. It went off Cavallari. He lost it for a sec. Thornton at the right point trying to keep it in. And now it's moved away to center. Thunderbirds in no hurry here. On the regroup, left side, here's Pastuca, had to back up for it. Backhand to the long, Schnapp tips it on right side, Panachik. Back towards Schnapp, his shot, stick save there, Babin. Puck into the far corner. Salak, right side, Panachik. Up top with it. Under 2 minutes to go now in the double minor for high sticking to Nash Hatcher. Fed around behind the River Dragons net. Thornton on it. He's got a moment. And he'll find a seam, bank it ahead, and here's Hunter. Up in the right wing with a chance. A wrist shot, he scores! Ryan Hunter with a shorthanded goal. Beats Mario Cavalieri low to the glove side. And importantly, that is Ryan Hunter's first goal of the playoffs. So hopefully that breaks the schneid for him. The shorthanded marker coming with 2.5 minutes left to go in the game, but I think that's a critical one for Columbus. Thornton with a great lead pass there. And the River Dragons are on the board. Here's Farmer behind his own net, leaving it for Gagnon with time ticking down here. 1.5 minutes to go in the shorthanded situation. By the way, for Columbus, that's their second shorthanded goal of the postseason. That wedge ahead, way over the head of Jemaeff as he tried to get to it. Moore having a chat with Cavalieri, testing his pads. Cavalieri just a little out beyond the blue paint. Sure, he and Moore are having a fun conversation. Back the other way here, the Thunderbirds moving into the right wing side. Banked around by Kramer, looking for Farmer at the left point. 1:38 and counting to go here in the third. Centering feed, save Babin, another save on the doorstep. And, well, the whistle goes. I guess the ref lost sight of the puck. It was certainly free unless he called a penalty. And now the pile forms. Bockwell and Kramer, and Nate Keeley is trying to get in there, and there's not much in the way of punches being thrown, but the mitts came off. Moore trying to get back at Keeley. I think they will both be excused for the remainder. .18:27 time of the penalties. There's still 48 seconds to go in the double minor for high sticking against Hatcher. 1:33 to go here in this third period. It's 4-1, Carolina in the lead. Some of the crowd starting to head for the exits here. Bersani in for the face-off across from Ford. And it's moved into the corner, and Kramer out the far side. He'll get it to the right point, kept in up top. It stays 5-on-4, so those penalties will match up between Moore and Keeley, whatever they are. As Columbus moving it ahead, looking for another shorthanded chance. Storjahan up with Bersani. Bersani tips it into the right side corner. Fed around behind the net. Hatcher up on the skates, getting ready to come out of the box here as we are now to 1 minute left to go in this third period. Shot wide of Babin, wraps its way around and out through center. Bersani taking the business there from Clay Keeley. Back to Thornton. Thornton ahead. Storjahan left side. Here's Underwood jumping in. Underwood carrying into the left side corner. Underwood backhands it in front. Puck off a skate. And it caroms to the other side. Now down low. Underwood digging for it. Hatcher out of the box. River Dragons trying to get a shot. Bersani, I think he hit Hatcher. It ends up in the left side corner. Under 30 seconds to go. And it's cleared out to center. Kloof will fire it back in from there. Farmer over after it. as it's sent down one more time. 12 seconds left to go in the game, and at this point, Plouffe is just going to head behind the net. And that'll do it. River Dragons will run out the clock. And the game is over. So game 2 goes to the Carolina Thunderbirds by a 4-1 score. The series now even at 1 game apiece. It is winner take all tomorrow night right here in Winston-Salem. Game 3 at 6:05 p.m. We'll take a break and kick it into the Pepsi postgame show. Stay tuned. We will wrap up the scoring, take a look back at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In and more. This is River Dragons hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less?
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
All right, well, we are back here in the Pepsi postgame show. 4-1 Carolina over Columbus. And we are going to a third and deciding game tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. And we will drop the puck here, and 20 minutes prior on the pregame show, 5:45 of the Eastern time zone, is the River Dragons. Tough one. A tough one tonight for Columbus. And they're doing the 3 stars out there on the ice right now. 3 stars of the game picked by the local media here. Cavallari first, Salak second, Panachik third. And just one of those nights for the River Dragons as we go back and wrap up the scoring here in this one. There was no scoring in the first. There could have been. Storjahan, a shot that was initially ruled a goal. Deflection, and then upon a replay review was ruled to have hit the crossbar and come back out. So no goal there at 12:18. And unfortunately for the River Dragons, they would not score again until 2.5 minutes left in the game. In the second period, a couple of goals that really got the Thunderbirds going. First of all, their power play goal from Panachik, his third of the playoffs from Pastuca and Nate Keeley at 8:34. Now that was big just because they finally get one on the power play, but then Nate Keeley scores a second from Baker and Kennedy at 14:01. And that one, a little bit of a scrambly play, but again, rebound near the River Dragons net, as was Salak's goal at 16:04. Salak with a turnaround shot for his first, and an assist to Panachik, but just the kind of greasy goals that the Thunderbirds got tonight that the River Dragons need to find tomorrow night. And so it was 3-0 after 2 into the third at 5:02. A breakaway goal for Zach White, his second of the postseason. Salak the only assist on that one. It was 4-0 at that point, and despite trying to claw back into it, Columbus could not for 2 reasons. Number one, they spent some time in the penalty box and whistled for 4 minors in the third period. The River Dragons spent a bunch of time killing penalties, just couldn't get any momentum going. They did get a shorthanded goal, though. Ryan Hunter is first of the postseason from Thornton at 17:30. Good to see Ryan Hunter get a goal here. He had 4 assists coming into the game, but you love to see him jump on the score sheet, and he's an important sniper for this Columbus team, and you need him to try to heat up a little bit here, and hopefully he does get the ball rolling for himself along with that line. But every line was pretty quiet tonight, unfortunately, for the River Dragons, as Carolina really just, again, I talked about it the first period, and even parts of the second period were just kind of like slogging through mud, and it was not open. It was a lot of battles on the boards, a lot of bouncing pucks, and kind of a hope here, a wish here as far as trying to generate scoring chances, and it just really never established much on the offensive side until Carolina broke out. And Columbus just didn't quite find their offensive game in this one here tonight. Shots by period for the River Dragons, 9 in the first, 15 in the second, 11 in the third for 35. And then for the Thunderbirds, 6, 22, 14 for 42 on the night. Power plays, Columbus did not have a power play here tonight, which kind of unusual, but Thunderbirds, 1 for 5. They finish with the man advantage. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time to look back at that Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard, so stay tuned. That's coming your way. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons Hockey in the Pepsi postgame show. Tom Callahan here with you. 4-1, Carolina wins Game 2 here tonight to force a deciding Game 3 tomorrow night, 6:05 Eastern Time. 20 minutes prior on the pregame, 5:45. So I hope you can join us for that. All right, let's take a look at the Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passion since 1999.